It's a gym dedicated to serving those with disabilities, but the nearest bus stop is nearly a mile away. For those who can't even walk, that puts their wellness out of reach. So the owner reached out to Seven Can Help's Joey Safchik, who's asking the transit company what it would take for a solution.
These days, Mary Johnson spends more time at home than she'd like.
All of my time. I'm just here, me and Mr. Incredible. We're just hanging out here and watching TV.
But her days used to be so much more animated.
When I had somewhere to go twice a week, I had a great time.
Set 2, guys, go ahead.
She came here to MS Forward.
Too hard, too easy.
Too light.
Too light.
A gym built for people like her with multiple sclerosis and other neurological or physical disabilities.
Our gym is about the individual, not about the illness.
Daryl Kuchera founded the gym as a space to train young athletes, but life pulled him in a different direction when 20 years ago he was diagnosed with MS, a disease that causes rapid muscle atrophy.
And if there's no place to move them or the knowledge to move them anywhere, then that makes the whole illness far worse than it ever was.
With the gym just a mile from her home, why does Mary Johnson feel like she's in such bad shape? The wheelchair-bound former police officer has the drive to exercise, but no one to drive her to the gym.
It's frustrating, it's maddening.
Oh, you're right.
When he moved into this space in 2016, Kuchera expected many of his clients to ride a Moby bus. That's Metro Omaha's paratransit system for people with disabilities. But the curb-to-curb service only picks up and drops off within 3/4 of a mile of a Metro bus route, not including express lanes. And MS Forward is not within those boundaries.
It is absolutely heartbreaking to me every time I get on the phone with somebody and tell them that unfortunately we don't provide service where they go.
Nicole Ebat is the senior manager of community relations for Metro, which is fueled by taxpayer dollars. She says going the extra mile, literally, for each person who needs a ride just isn't feasible within the bus entity's budget.
Is it where we want it to be? Not necessarily. And that's why we're always looking to grow.
Daryl says Moby does drop people off here at this bus stop a mile away from the gym, but for people who can't walk or are just building back up their strength, a mile poses a real problem.
And especially when you're sight impaired or you're in a power chair as I am, it's raining or it's cold, you just can't get there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's relax, my good friends.
The gym had a van of its own for a bit, but it wasn't working out financially.
Ready, team, and go.
Telehealth classes run regularly, but Kuchera says
That's it, kiddo.
it's time to get people back in person.
It's to the point where it is affecting people's health.
Kuchera remains dedicated to widening this circle with the dozens of people he says don't have a lift, but do have the desire to lift weights and one another's spirits.
It is the power of people. It is amazing.
So he's looking for an avenue to get people like Mary Johnson back at it.
I would love to be back down there. We were a family, and now we're broken.
Like strength, bonds can be built back up. And in this space, there's no lack of determination.
3, 2, 1. How great are you guys?
Joey Safchik, KETV, Newswatch 7.
The gym owner knows Moby might not be the only or fastest solution. If you have any ideas or ways to help, you can contact Daryl Kuchera at 402-630-1757. He says that would be an answer to a prayer.